voice in the basement. I was 18, living in a quiet suburb just outside Portland, Oregon. My parents had gone out for dinner, and I was upstairs in my room, trying to finish my paper. The house was completely silent. The kind of silence where every small sound feels louder than it should. Then I heard my mom call my name from downstairs. I stopped typing. "Yeah?" I called back. Nothing. I figured maybe they got home early, so I got up and stepped into the hallway. "Mom?" I called again. This time, she answered. But her voice wasn't coming from the kitchen. It was coming from the basement. That instantly felt wrong. The basement lights were off. "Why are you down there?" I asked. No response. I flipped the light on and slowly started walking down. Halfway down, halfway there, I heard my name. Same tone, same voice, exactly the same. It was too perfect, like it was being replayed. I reached the bottom and looked around. There was no one. That's when I noticed it. The crawl space door was open. We never leave that open. I took a slow step towards it. "Mom, are you in there?" Nothing. I crouched slightly, trying to see inside. It was pitch black and dead silent. And something in my gut told me not to look any closer. I stood up, turned around, and ran upstairs as fast as I could, slamming the basement door right behind me. My hands were shaking as I grabbed my phone and called my mom. She picked up. "We're still at the restaurant." "Why?" she said. Safe to say, I didn't sleep that night, even when my parents got home and I made them check the basement with me. My dad crawled into the space with a flashlight. "Anything?" I asked. "Just storage," he said, but his voice didn't sound certain. The next day I went back down there alone. I didn't know why, but I just needed to see it again in the daylight. I opened the crawl space and crawled inside. Old boxes, dust, insulation, but near the back wall I saw something. Scratch marks. Long, uneven scratches like something had been dragged across the wood. Then I noticed a small gap in the corner, leading deeper into the darkness. As I leaned closer, I heard it right behind me. Soft, clear. My name. But this time, it wasn't my mom's voice. It was mine. I didn't turn around. I just crawled out as fast as I could and slammed the door shut. We moved out 2 months later. My parents said it was for other reasons, but sometimes, late at night, when everything is completely quiet, I still hear it. Not from the basement anymore, but from somewhere in the house, calling my name in my own voice. "I see you there." This happened when I was 34. I drove out alone in the mountains of Colorado near Red Feather Lakes. I like being out there. No people, no network, just silence. That night, I decided to sleep in the back of my SUV. I parked just off a narrow trail, turned everything off, then climbed into my sleeping bag. It was pitch black, the kind of darkness where you can't even see your own hand. At first, it was just the sound of insects. Then I heard it. A voice. Faint. Somewhere out in the trees, and followed by a short laugh. I froze. There was no way anyone should be out there that late. Not that deep into the trails. I stayed still, listening. A minute passed. Nothing. Then again. Closer this time. I couldn't make out the words yet, but I knew it was a person. My heart started pounding. I slowly turned my head towards the window. Nothing but darkness. Then clear as day, I heard, "Hello, I see you there." My blood ran cold. I didn't move, didn't breathe. I just stared there, hoping somehow they couldn't actually see me, which made no sense, but I didn't care. Then, a loud bang. A violent hit near the rear window. I jumped and scrambled into the driver's seat, starting the engine and slamming my foot on the gas. The trail was rough and I could barely control the car. For a second, I didn't want to look, but I checked the rearview mirror. Nothing. No one behind me. Just darkness. I didn't stop driving until I reached the main road. The next morning, I tried to rationalize it. I checked some online forums and that's when I found some posts. Different people, same trail, same words. "Hello, I see you there." None of them ever saw anyone, just heard the voice and something hit their car. A week later, while cleaning my car, I noticed something on the rear window. A handprint from the outside, smudged into the glass. I hadn't touched that window since the trip, but what really got to me was the size. It wasn't an adult's hand. It was small, too small, like a child's. Kathy. I'm 19, living with my dad and two younger brothers outside Columbus, Ohio. My mom passed away a few years ago, and my dad eventually started seeing someone new. Kathy. From the very start, something was very off about her. It was her smile. Too wide, too forced. Like she was pretending all the time. At first I ignored it, but then things started happening. One day I came home early and found her inside my dad's closet. He wasn't home. She looked at me, smiled, and said, "Hey, sweetie." Like nothing was wrong. I told my dad and he brushed it off. Then a few days later, I saw her coming out of my little brother's room. She said she opened the window. I checked. Both windows were shut. Then one night, I came home quietly. From downstairs, I heard my baby brother crying. And not normal crying, like panicked. Then Kathy screamed, "Shut the hell up." I ran downstairs. She froze when she saw me. No smile this time, just the blank face. That night, my dad said he'd talk to her. I went to bed uneasy. Sometime in the night, I woke up. I don't know why, but I looked at my door, and someone was standing there, in my room. They stepped out and shut the door. I ran into the hallway just in time to see my dad's bedroom's door close. I opened it. Both of them were in bed. She denied everything and said she never left. A few days later, my little brother told me something. He asked, "Why does Kathy watch me sleep?" My stomach dropped. He said sometimes when he wakes up and she's just standing there in the doorway, smiling and not saying anything, just watching. This time, my dad believed me. He confronted her, they argued, and she left that night. No goodbye, nothing, just gone. The house felt normal again, safe. Until a few nights later, I woke up again, same feeling like someone is in my room. My door was closed, but my closet door was slightly open. I walked over and pulled it open. Nothing. I turned back towards my bed and froze. In the reflection of my window, I could see someone standing in the hallway, perfectly still, head tilted slightly, watching. And even from the distance, I could see her smile.